When I said it that Faith is annoying and can be very provocative, a lot of you people said, isn't it hate Faith? And I'm sure a lot of you are going to say this again in this video, but I will say my mind. I don't care whose ox is God. Because what Faith just displayed right now is nothing short of annoying. Like, how can you, because you are the head of house, you know that you people are operating on a bare minimum wage, they gave them stoves. Now, after Soso and the appointed chefs have finished making obono soup and that very, very, very I don't know what to call, soft semo that I saw there, Imisi decided to cook for her and the other people that are not eating ogbono, the likes of Jade, Mide, Bright Morgan, and the rest. They don't eat ogbono soup. They don't eat swallow. Some of them don't eat swallow. Some of them don't eat ogbono soup. And she decided to make, I think, beans for them. Initially, the camera was not on them to show us what was happening, but we could hear voices while the camera was on Soso sharing the food. That's the ogbono soup that she made. Then we started hearing voices, and then when Thelma and the rest, started commenting on it, they said, I said it, that it's Big Brother that is, making this guy, to think that he's all that. He is very provocative, and Big Brother will see all the provocation that he's provoking the housemates and will do nothing about it. But when the housemates respond to that provocation, that is when Big Brother will realize he has to act. Exactly what I've been saying. Anyways, the camera panned over to them and we saw Faith and Imisi holding the keg of kerosene. And what exactly happened? So apparently Imisi was preparing to make the beans and Faith went ahead to pour water on the stove. Now you guys know stoves. If you've used stoves before, when you pour water on it, there's no way that stove is going to start because the water has entered the thread thingy on it. He poured water on it and he decided to carry hot stove to turn out the kerosene inside a hot stove into a plastic keg. And in the bid to do that, the kerosene scattered all over that, laundry area, was pouring all over the place. And you guys know, kerosene is highly flammable. And that was what happened. And Imisi was like, what the heck? And he was like, Imisi cannot cook in that house without taking permission from the chest. And Imisi was trying to explain to him that, guy, I am not cooking for myself. The people that made the omono is only for 12 people. There are 22 people in that house. 12 people are the ones that are eating that food, meaning that 10 people are not going to be eating from there. Imisi is making food for them. And the people that were even eating the food or about to partake in the food that Imisi would make were there talking to him, and this boy did not budge. He was like, if I give you instruction, you will be. I'm like, who died, resurrected, and made you Big Brother? See, I am so pissed. Very big, like very, very pissed because this is the thing that Big Brother keeps enabling. This is the nonsense that Big Brother keeps enabling. Like, how do you bring different people into a house and then make it look like one person is above the law? Make it look like, oh, one person can do whatever he wants to do and the rest are the people that can or that should walk on eggshells. It doesn't make sense. Even if you are not, I don't know what to say, even if you are so much in whatever, in Big Brother stanship, if you say the truth, say it. This one, Imisi is not wrong here. Even me, I was tweeting that Imisi is very, like Imisi, what she did, holding on to that keg, not bulging, having Isabella bring those things for her to sit down there. I love the fact that she did that. I love the fact that Jason stood up to him. I love the fact that almost all the other housemates were talking to him. Everybody is now seeing it. It's not glaring that this guy is not being bullied as he was trying to portray to us that the housemates hate him and all of that. No, it's him silently bullying other people. And then, that kind of, throw stones and then you hide your hands. That's exactly what he is doing. And I'm happy that the housemates are standing up for themselves. And in the midst of all of those, Big Brother had to call him to the diary room. Of course, I know that Big Brother will call him. It's not even about the tax thingy. I feel like Big Brother wanted to diffuse the whole situation and all of that. I'm sure that Big Brother had talked to him again in private, and this, for me, that's like a very shady thing to do from Big Brother's end. I'm going to say it. It's a very shady thing. Like, if you are a parent, let's use parents for example. If you're in a family that grew up with like plenty siblings and your parent is like, oh, when one person does something, let's forget about it. When one person does something, let's forget about it. The parents will now come and call the person inside in the room and then, chastise the person inside, but on the outside keeps quiet, chastising everybody in public. What do you think that will breed? What do you think that will tell others that, okay, this is your person, is untouchable? And that is not something that should be condoned in Big Brother's house. Because now everybody's like, oh, if you touch him, you get strike. Even because I'm telling everybody, you touch a strike, get a strike. So honestly, that fight between Imisi and Faith today is solely Faith's fault. Imisi was basically just standing up for herself. And I know that Jason, the way he came at him, is basically pent up anger. And I do not blame him one bit. And the fact that Faith was trying to deny that he never said that, oh, Imisi will not eat in the house. Like, who the hell are you? Even Big Brother never said that no housemate will eat in the house. Like, telling her she has to take permission when nobody won the wager. It's a general food, and she was not making food for herself. Now, in the other issue that happened when they were sharing food, that one I blame Imisi, right? But you see the student own, nah, this is what Faith did. He himself knew that what he did was BS. It's bullshit. He knows that, and that's why he just stood there. He was just holding on to the last shred of his pride or his ego before Big Brother called him. I was waiting for him to like snap Imisi, together with the keg and go, but he knows he cannot do that. Like, that guy is really, really annoying. Another annoying character in that whole fight has got to be Rude Boy. Like, guy, shut up. Saying, oh, Jason should not talk. Because you are eating omono soup with very watery semo, that's why Jason should not talk. You see, for me, again, I've said this thing season after season. I don't think I've said this season. When I watch Big Brother, I watch it for entertainment, but I also watch it to learn. I feel like this Big Brother show, it shows us who we are as a people. It shows us, like, everybody you support, everything you support, every character you support is not basically about the people you support. It's about you, things you condone in your life. Because looking at them, I can see why the Nigerian society is the way it is. Because some people like Rude Boy, we have a lot of Rude Boys in our society that feels like, as long as it does not concern me personally, then let's not talk about it. Let's not, involve ourselves. You see something bad happening and you're like, as long as it doesn't, happen to me, as long as it's happening to somebody I don't like, then it's cool. That was basically the nonsense that Rude Boy was trying to portray. And I'm happy that Bright Morgan, even though he's not my favorite person in the house, but I'm happy that Bright Morgan stood up to him and cleared him on that. Like the fact that, okay, you and Imisi is not cool, you guys are not cool, does not mean that you see red and you call it white, you see white and you call it yellow. It doesn't make any sense. And at this point, Big Brother should better say something. All this provocation. I saw a clip of the fight that happened between Doris and Faith, the one that Doris kept saying that he was hitting her the water bottle. And it's true. Showmance released it, and Doris was making, I think it was breakfast or lunch, I'm not sure which one. And this guy came and touched the pot, and Doris was like, I'm cooking with a pot, please do not touch the pot I'm cooking with. And he was like, it's a general pot, I can't touch it. It's a general pot. And he kept touching it, if not for K-Bobo that came and stood between them. And for me, I feel like it's hypocritical, because this is the same guy that almost hit Imisi with pot, because Imisi decided to use the pot that he wanted to use to cook, the one that Victory had helped him wash. So if you were claiming a pot that it's yours because you wanted to use it to cook, how then is it a general pot when someone else is already cooking with it and asking you not to touch it? I be when I know they smell the hypocrisy, because the hypocrisy is nauseating. It's choking me because I don't understand it. Hey, and everybody just there watching. Me, I cannot even say Big Brother come and do anything now, because he will not do anything. I'm not even expecting him to. But I'm just saying, if any of these housemates act in retaliation to what he did, then please and please, Big Brother better not give anybody any strike. Let's just continue like this till the end of the show. Yeah, and the fact that Big Brother, even in Jason's diary session, was trying to say, Jason was telling him, this is what you wrote in your rule book, that every head of house must make sure that batteries are delivered to each housemate, and you are now kind of like making it look like it's okay for the battery to be kept somewhere and all that. Meanwhile, Rude Boy in his tenor tried to do the same thing, and you said it's not cool. So if what is good for the goose is not good for the gander, where is the fairness in your house? I get it, we are all here to watch drama and all of that, but if drama is done at the detriment of other housemates, whether the people I like or not, something has got to be done. And at this point, anyways, I don't even expect people to do anything, but I'm sure happy in this time that all the housemates, at least majority of them, saw that Faith was wrong, and I'm sure he himself has seen that he was wrong, and know that, everything, you might be so wise, but if you don't have emotional intelligence, if you don't know how to, relate with people, social, I don't know what it's called, what's that English word? ugh. Anyways, if you don't know how to deal with people, there's gonna be a problem. Like, let me not lie to you guys. Fate is giving me young Sheldon. I don't know if you guys have seen that series. Like, so smart but lacks the basic human will I say human decency or emotional intelligence or what? Yeah, that's what he's giving me. That's why sometimes I look at him, I'm like, this guy is pretty annoying. I guess it's because he's so smart. He like human relationship, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. He doesn't really know a lot about that, and that's quite sad. Sometimes I feel sad for him because a lot of people will look at that and will not even take time to get to know him, and most times he just comes off as annoying. But anyway, did you want to fight? What do you think? This is time for you people to feel free to call me biased because Ezine has said it again, and you know I will not stop saying my mind the way I see it. Yes, guys, tell me what you think about the fight in the comment section. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezinnemwilliams. Have yourself a beautiful, my sister is making me laugh, wonderful day ahead. Bye, guys.